Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be having a small discussion on an important topic which is being discussed very recently, very frequently in the recent past. So what is this? So the main point is that the coronavirus situation in the country is getting worse and worse, but the stock market does not seem to be factoring that in. So if we see here back in March, this seems like the stock market had factored in the effects of corona and it reacted to it. So but right now, when the situation is far worse than what it was previously, the stock market does not seem to be reacting to it. So why is this happening? Why is the stock market not crashing so like it did back in March? So we will be looking into that, and we'll be analyzing and seeing what happens during a crash. Why do stock markets crash in the first place, and why is it not crashing right now? So the first point, the very most important point, the stock market is a forward looking market. It is always a leading indicator of the economy. What does this mean? Stock market does not care about a lot of the times more than what is happening right now. The market cares about the future. So what is happening right now? Let's look at what is the situation in the country right now. So the situation in the country is far worse than what it was back then. We peaked out at like around 90,000 cases per day, a little more, and then right now we are at 4 lakh cases per day. So this is more than a 4 times increase. So if market corrected by 7,000 points back then, it should be correcting by much more than that, right? So what is this difference right now and back then? So markets are forward looking. So markets right here didn't know what. So what happened back here was markets did not know what is going to be the effect of corona. So the coronavirus cases right now is at 4 lakhs, and does it look to be peaking out, or will it keep increasing at the rate it has been increasing for the past few weeks? So it obviously has to top out at some point, right? So these new cases cannot keep increasing and reach 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. So right now, what everybody is assuming is that, okay, we are somewhere near the top. It may not decrease instantly right now, but we are close to the top now, and soon we might see cases gradually decreasing per day. So these are the expectations of the market, and this is one of the reasons why we aren't witnessing a huge crash in the markets of sorts. And the most important reason is markets can handle good news, markets can handle bad news, but markets cannot handle uncertainty. So this is the big problem. If there is a good news, markets would respond to it. If there is a bad news, markets would respond to it. But when there is uncertainty in the markets, we tend to assume the worst that could happen, and then markets react according to that scenario. So that is the situation where crashes happen, and that is why when a crash happens, a lot of the times, even back in 2008 or the dot-com bubble, whenever a crash happens, within the next year or a couple of years, markets recover most of it. So why is that happening? So this crash which had happened was because the markets had assumed the worst possible scenario at that time. And after the crash had happened, and as the situation unfolded, so slowly people started realizing that it may not be as bad as everybody thought it would be, and then that is why a recovery of sorts starts. So this is the uncertainty which comes along with any major problem is the reason that markets do not crash. And also, if you guys know Mr. P.R. Sundar, as he very frequently says, markets do not crash twice because of the same reason. So the logic behind this is the same. So the first time when a calamity happens, nobody knows what the consequences could be. So there is a lot of uncertainty attached to it. And the second time it happens, so people do know what will be the consequences and how it would unfold out to be. So this is the uncertainty when an event happens for the second time is much lesser compared to when it happens the first time. So this is why this is the main reason why markets are not crashing right now as we saw back then. Markets are correcting, sure, but people seem to be thinking that okay, that back then if it corrected by, let's see how much it corrected by. It corrected by 40%, so at least by 20 to 25% it should correct, right? Back in a scenario of uncertainty, if it is correcting by 40%, when the situation is much worse, but we do know what the outcomes could possibly be, it should be much less. It shouldn't just be going on, right? It should be at least a 25 to 30% correction. But what we saw here is just 8% correction at max from the highs formed on April 16th, Feb 16th, from Feb 16th till the low formed on April 22nd. That difference is around 8 to 8.5%. So why is this the case? Why is it so less? So to understand this correction exactly, just seeing the correction in the Indian markets is not quite enough. So let's look at, in this time period itself, let's see what the global markets did, right? So this was an 8.5% correction, let's say, in the Indian market. So what happened in Dow Jones? Let's see this, right? So between the same time period, if I take Dow Jones between 16th of Feb right here, from the high made in Indian markets till 22nd of April to the recent low. So 16th of Feb to the 22nd of April. Let's see what happened in this time period. So my 16th of Feb was around here, markets was around this level, and my 22nd of April is here on this day, right? So this is where markets were on 22nd of April. So here you can see where markets, on a global scale, I'm taking Dow Jones as an example or representative of the global markets. On a global scale, markets went up by 8%, whereas locally we came down by 8.5%, right? So if we see the correction in terms of the total correction and not just the number we see on the charts, you should be ideally, in an ideal scenario, even our markets could possibly have gone up 8%, but instead they came down by 8.5 to 9%. So the correction in real terms, what is the correction in real terms? This is 17 to 18%. So do you think a 17 to 18% correction in the markets is a reasonable one when this has happened, when the coronavirus, which we are handling for the second time, and we also know what the consequences could be? So now slowly we are seeing companies give out their results, and we can see the effects of corona and the aftermath of it as well. So if I take the DMart results, which came out quite recently, yesterday, you can see that this June quarter was the worst affected quarter, where the revenues dropped. This is the revenues chart, and then the economy quickly recovered along with the revenues in the company, and company improved also, right? So obviously the price of the stock is mainly derived from its fundamentals. So when the fundamentals have quickly recovered, we have seen that the first time this has happened, companies have quickly recovered, and DMart is one of the most highly affected companies due to this, because this is one firm whose revenues are highly affected due to lockdowns and etc., right? Because they have to shut down their stores. So when we have seen this highly vulnerable firm recover from its loss in such a short period of time, so even if right now, when slowly states one by one are going into a state of lockdown, maybe our revenues could drop down till the same level. Even if it drops down to the same level, we will not see the stock price go back to the same level what it was at June 2020. Why? Back in June 2020, we did not know by how much time these revenues can be recovered and when the business will be back to normal again. But now we do know that the business will be back to normal in less than a year, not even a year, less than a year. In 7 to 8 months, business will be back and booming. So this is when the stock price is valued, when the valuation happens. So in the valuation back then, you would have assumed the worst case and revenues not recovering for 2-3 years at least. But now when the valuation happens, you know that the revenues will be recovered in a matter of months. So that is why the fall in the share price won't be as drastic as it was back then. So this is the reason that market is not crashing and the share prices are not crashing. So a quick recovery is expected again as soon as we get past this tough phase of a rise in coronavirus cases. So if you guys think, if you think 18 to 19, 17 to 18% correction in a situation of certainty, and we know what the aftermath is a reasonable one, then you can say, okay, the market has corrected how much ever it has, and now maybe it is the time we start accumulating and make certain investments. But if you think like back then stock market is going to crash again by 40%, then I'm sorry to say that is just not going to happen. So these are the few reasons due to which the coronavirus is not affecting the stock Nifty and the markets as much as one would expect from hindsight. So markets have corrected in nominal terms by 8%, but in real terms you can see that they have corrected by 17 to 18%, not just 8% or 9%. So this was a small educational video of sorts and a small analysis of sorts to clear certain confusions and doubts about some retailers had about why are we not seeing another crash in the stock markets. So please like, share and subscribe to the video and to our channel if you think this has helped you and you have learned something new from this. That's it for today. Thank you.